just let them come in and come on up and sit down. Good evening. I am Benjamin Jones, the principal of Governor Livingston High School. I would like to introduce Dr. Robert Stoll, Superintendent of Schools from Berkeley Heights. Mrs. Joan London, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools from Berkeley Heights. And we have some board members with us tonight from the Berkeley Heights Board. We've got Mrs. Gail Fisher, who is the Vice President of the Board. We have Mr. Alan Schwartz, who's a newly elected board member and also a 1984 Governor Livingston graduate. I remember when Alan was here. And we have Mr. Frank Geiger, who is from the Mountainside Board, and he is the Mountainside rep to the Berkeley Heights Board of Education. Mr. Geiger? And he is also one of our presenters tonight. Also, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our parents, our honored students, our guest presenters, our teachers who will be making presentations that are here tonight, and our district supervisors, and Mr. Hallett, my assistant principal, who will be assisting me tonight. Tonight is a very special night, as we are here to recognize the outstanding academic and extracurricular achievements of our students. We are extremely proud of the accomplishments of these fine young ladies and gentlemen. Each student on the stage here tonight has been a contributor to maintaining the remarkable reputation for which Governor Livingston High School has long been nationally recognized. Governor Livingston High School was ranked #1 in the state of New Jersey by the Star-Ledger based on the performance of the students and the faculty. Our current senior class has 2 National Merit finalists, Jeff Smith and Michael Vogel. There are 10 National Merit commended students in this class, 16 Blaustein Distinguished Scholars. 38 seniors are receiving the President's Education Awards for Outstanding Academic Achievement, and 9 seniors are receiving the President's Award for Academic Improvement. 32 seniors are in the National Honor Society. 23 seniors are in the National Art Honor Society. We have 20 seniors in the Spanish Honor Society, 7 seniors in the French Honor Society, and 9 seniors in the Italian Honor Society. We have 39 seniors that have been on the honor roll for the first, second, and third marking periods this year. We already have 16 National Merit Scholars that have been identified in our current junior class. As this evening proceeds, you will see all the scholarships, awards, and honors that have been bestowed upon our students. Keep in mind that these are presented as the result of hard work, being focused on excellence, and the love and support they received from their parents. Our parents have been major players in determining the success of our students. They have provided the home environment that removed the emotional stresses that would have interfered with the learning process, and for that I thank you. Our teachers and administrators provided the safe, positive, caring learning environment that is so critical to the learning process, and for that I thank them. Together, we created an unbeatable team that has known no limits as we strive for excellence on behalf of our students. Tonight's program is being taped, and it will be, because of the length of the program, it's going to be presented in 2 parts. Tomorrow we'll have the first half, and then on Friday we're going to be showing the second half, and that'll be on channel 34 for those of you in Berkeley Heights. We will also be showing it on channel 35 in Mountainside, but I don't know the exact dates because we have to have it brought down here. Hopefully Friday is when we'll be able to start doing that. At this time, I would like to call up Mrs. Karen Porzio, our PTA president, to make the first presentations, the PTA scholarships. Karen?
Good evening. It gives us great pleasure this year to award 11 scholarships. Thanks to your generous donations at the beginning of the year at Back to School Night and through our membership drive, we're able to give the students these scholarships. The first one goes to Leah Feldman. Lauren Gaffney. Renee Knapp. Congratulations. Nina Ketkar. Carson Ng. Katie Oliver. Kristen Rizzuti. Allison Stiefel. Michael Vogel. Thaisa Welhash. And Shannon West. Thank you.
I have the privilege of presenting the next two awards, and they're for academic excellence. And these go to two seniors that have had the highest grade point average for their 4 years here at Governor Livingston, and that is Jeff Smith and Joni Rabiner. Our next award is the Wood Family Scholarship, and this is a scholarship that a very generous family, Mrs. Wood, is presenting to our students, and this has gone on for quite a few years. She's very dedicated to this school, and she's going to give you some background. Mrs. Wood.
I know I'm getting older. I have to take my glasses off. I like to look at the students all dressed up. I saw a lot of you yesterday at the polls wearing very different clothes. Anyway, students, faculty, and parents. On behalf of the Wood family, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here this evening. Governor Livingston holds a very special place in our hearts, and my two sons, Stephen and Brian, are testimonials to the high quality of education and the various extracurricular activities offered during their formative years, which helped to shape them into who they are and what they are today. They went on to further their educations and attain their career goals. My older son, Stephen, is a Deputy Attorney General in Delaware, dedicated to putting the bad guys in jail. He devotes a great deal of time and disciplines his efforts in that direction, and has spent many, many hours working with people. He feels that the values he learned at home from our family are the most important things to him. And next to that comes Mr. Dan Kopcha, the band director here at the school, who taught him the value of excellence and how always to work toward it individually and with a group. My other son, Brian, is now a vice president and international operations manager with a major computer company in Texas. He travels all over the world meeting people, solving problems, and creating liaisons. He is poised, eloquent, and very much at ease with himself. He too feels that the years spent here at Governor Livingston made him what he is today. And for that, I agree with him. They were not always angels, either of them, but they were always encouraged to be and do their best. In those years, baggy shorts weren't the order of dress. I would say that it was long hair down to the small of their back, and my younger son refused to wear clothes that had labels in them. He felt that if he was going to wear blue jeans or a shirt that had an alligator on it or a horse, he cut them off. He didn't believe in free advertising. He's still that way. Anyway, how do parents say thank you to a school that has contributed so much to forming their children's lives and characters and made them successful and happy adults? My husband and I wish to show that gratitude by arranging college scholarships. This is the 12th year we have made this award to a graduating senior, and we are now offering an $8,000 scholarship plus the accrued interest on that sum over a 4-year period. It is our way of saying thank you to Governor Livingston, the entire faculty and staff for their continued effort and encouragement to bring out the best in our young people. Through the years, we have been impressed by the caliber of students who have been the recipients of our award. The candidate that has been selected to receive that award this year has followed an extremely vigorous schedule during the past 4 years. Commitment was made to the total school program by managing sports teams, participating in school government, and by time-consuming literary efforts with the school newspaper, The Highlander. This applicant has also been chosen as the October Student of the Month and has earned the respect and support of fellow students. The student plans a career in banking and finance and will attend New York University. It is truly a pleasure to announce the 1998 recipient of this award to a distinguished senior, Amy Chen.
Thank you, Mrs. Wood. Our next presenter is for the Berkeley Heights Women's Club Scholarship, and it's Mrs. O'Donnell.
Good evening. I'm Doris Severing, President of the Women's Club of Berkeley Heights, and I'd like to introduce you to Mrs. O'Donnell, who is the chairman of the Education Committee of the Women's Club of Berkeley Heights, who did all the work to make this night possible for us. We've enjoyed interviewing the children. You can't believe how poised and mature they are for their age. I can remember when I was 16, 17, I couldn't get a word out of my mouth. I've improved, of course, but these children are just superb, and I think that Governor Livingston has a lot to do with that. So with that, we had 16 applications for our scholarship, and we are very glad to announce tonight that we are able to give $1,000 to Benjamin Backus. And through the efforts of our members who work very hard to make this money possible, we are also able to give $500 to Wesley Tom. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next scholarship is the Berkeley Heights Rotary Club Scholarship and also the Gail D. Schaffer Scholarship, and it will be presented by Mr. David Allegra, who is the president of the Rotary Club.
Good evening. Rotary is the world's first service club, founded in 1905. It's made up of service-minded business and professional men and women. One of the goals of Rotary worldwide is to provide scholarships, cultural exchanges, and humanitarian projects to help improve the quality of life of millions of people. One of the ways the Berkeley Heights Rotary Club participates is to provide scholarships to our local graduating seniors. As Mr. Jones stated, tonight I have the honor of providing 2 scholarships. One is for a student pursuing vocational education, and the second is a student pursuing a career in the field of education. The first scholarship of $750 is going to a student seeking a vocational career in criminal justice by attending John Jay College. It's with great pleasure we present this vocational scholarship to Derek Conrad. Okay, we have a no-show. The second scholarship, again from the Rotary Club, goes to a graduating senior pursuing a career in the field of education. Just to give you actually a step back, a little bit of history about this, the Rotary Club used to give out 2 vocational scholarships. Come 1993, as I think a lot of the students here know, Gail Schaffer received an award for an outstanding educator in the state of New Jersey. So since then, we've changed it to a student pursuing a degree in education. This student will be attending the University of Delaware in the pursuit of a degree in art education. It's with great pleasure we present this $750 scholarship to Karen Berkowitz.
Our next presenter is a scholarship from the Chamber of Commerce. It's the Joe Culio Scholarship, and it's from Mr. Brian Columbari, the chairperson of the Chamber of Commerce.
Good evening. It's 1998, and it's time for us to give our yearly, now it's in our 6th year, Joe Chulo, Berkeley Heights Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Award for $1,000. We did have several candidates this year, and they were all very, very qualified, but we felt that one candidate stood out, and that was Ms. Kaori Hirano. Congratulations. Okay, thank you.
Our next presenter is Mr. Robert Bolero. He's a member of the Lions Club, and he's going to present 2 scholarships. One is the Berkeley Heights Lions Club Scholarship and a Dr. Heinz Stadel Memorial Scholarship.
On behalf of the Berkeley Heights Lions Club, I'd like to thank Mr. Jones for allowing our club to participate in tonight's Recognition Awards program. I'm pleased to announce that this year our Lions Club is able to provide Governor Livingston High School with 2 scholarships from the Lions Club and 1 scholarship from the Straudel Scholarship Award. Although the majority of our support goes towards organizations for the prevention of blindness and persons who are visually impaired, the members of our club are committed to supporting other programs involving our community. Providing scholarships to government-listening students certainly is an investment in the future education of our children and the future growth of our community. I'm proud to present the Lions Club Scholarship Awards and the Schroeder Memorial Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement to the following students. The first award, which is from the Lions Club, goes to Wesley Tom for $250. Our second award, which is also coming from the Lions Club Scholarship, is for $250 for Melanie Akchin. And our third award, which is coming from the Streudel Scholarship Fund, goes to Lauren Amakuchi for $500.
Thank you, Mr. Bolero. Our next presenter is Mr. Daniel Falcone, a member of the Rotary Club, and he is from the Mountainside Rotary.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here tonight representing the Mountainside Rotary Club. As its president, I'm here to present 2 Scholastic Achievement Awards. We do this each year. Each of these awards is in the amount of $500 and is given in recognition of devotion to attain a high scholastic level while participating in activities which develop good citizenship. I recognize several of the students here tonight from a program that we have in Mountainside. We honor a student of the month each month at our club and present them with that award, and I recognize several of the students here. But tonight, again, I have 2 Scholastic Achievement Awards, and again, Mountainside is honored to present them to, first, to Stephanie Moorhead. And the second one goes to Michael Britt. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Falcone. Our next presenter is Mr. Frank Geiger. He's the past president of the Mountainside Board of Ed, and he is currently on the Mountainside Board of Ed, and as I said earlier, he is the Mountainside Board of Ed rep to the Berkeley Heights Board of Ed. So he's a very busy person. And he's going to present the Mountainside Board of Ed Fred Rosensteel Scholarship and the Tricia DeRosa Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Geiger.
Thank you very much. A thought occurred to me while I was sitting there watching these proceedings that this isn't a plug, but as a small business owner, some of our best employees come from this school up here in Berkeley Heights, Governor Livingston. And 20 years ago, I thought so highly of the graduates of the school that I actually married one. She'll love that I said that. First, I'd like to award the Fred Rosensteel Memorial Scholarship. This is a unique award. It's an everlasting tribute given upon Mr. Rosensteel's death, and he has provided for this scholarship to be given to the winner for each of his pre-graduate college years. Mr. Rosensteel wanted to help the local students in Mountainside and allows this scholarship only to students who have at one time attended the Mountainside School District, graduating from the Deerfield School, and later graduating from a public school. The award this year goes to Michael Britt, who will attend St. Bonaventure University with the hopes of pursuing a career in sports management. Michael has been an active member of his high school, participating in cross-country, basketball, golf, as well as a member of the Latin Club, Student Outreach, and Student Council. Michael? The second award I have tonight is the Tricia DeRosa Scholarship. It's given each year by her family in her memory to a student who has displayed exuberance in social, academic, and athletic activities, someone I suppose not unlike Tricia herself. This award this year is given to a young lady who exhibits a vibrant, focused involvement in her studies, oriented toward success. She has been a member of the track team in both winter and spring schedules, the soccer team, and the swim team, a member of the Spanish Club, the Student Council, and has been involved in Trend. Amy Hansen plans to major in business administration and looks forward to the possibility of owning her own business one day. Maybe we should talk. Congratulations, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Geiger. Our next presenter is Mrs. Carol Gacci. She's the president of the Mountainside Newcomers Club, and she's going to present the Mountainside Newcomers Club Caton Clark Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. The Mountainside Newcomers Club is a social and charitable organization with over 100 member families in Mountainside. The members include families who are new to our community or who have experienced a change in lifestyle, such as a new baby, or employment or marital change. Our intent is to help our members meet other newcomers and feel welcome and part of our community. We hold a major fundraiser each year in November, and our primary disbursement vehicle of the funds raised is to the Caitlin Marie Clark Memorial Scholarship Fund. Our criteria for this scholarship are that it be given to a graduating senior who is a Mountainside resident. He or she should be a student who demonstrates support of school and community activities, and the student must plan to continue his or her education. This year, we are extremely pleased to present this award to an outstanding graduating senior. She has been involved in a variety of activities here at Governor Livingston, on the field hockey team, winter and spring track teams, managed the girls' basketball team, hint, hint, active on Student Council, Trend, and the Ski Club. She is also a volunteer at her church and at the Children's Specialized Hospital, which incidentally is also a recipient of our fundraising monies. She plans to attend Boston College of Nursing in the fall. We are fortunate that such an outstanding student was able to benefit from our newcomers fundraising. I am very pleased to present this check in the amount of $1,600 to Anne Marie Grillo.
Thank you, Mrs. Gacci. Our next presenter is Ms. Beverly Ellenport from the Mountainside Education Association, and she's going to present the Mountainside Education Association Scholarship.
Good evening. Each year, the Mountainside Education Association awards a $1,000 scholarship to an outstanding student who graduated from Deerfield School in Mountainside. This year, it is my pleasure to award the MEA scholarship to Diane Spagnola.
Thank you, Ms. Ellenport. Our next presenter is Ms. Pat Nodell from the Mountainside Women's Club, and she will be presenting the Mountainside Women's Club Scholarship.
Good evening. The women's clubs throughout the world make up one of the largest organizations of volunteer women who endeavor to improve the lives of their own members and the lives of their community through volunteer efforts. It is our sincere hope that our winner this year will, in the future, give back to her community that which has made this scholarship possible by the volunteer efforts of the members of the Mountainside Women's Club. It is our extreme pleasure to present this award to Josephine Scazzo. I know only two things about Josephine. She's the president of the Italian Club, and she also works for Mr. Frank Geiger. Congratulations. This is a $700.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Nodell. Next, Mrs. Patricia Debbie, who's a member of the Athletic Booster Club, and she will be presenting the, well, actually, she's going to announce who the Highlander Booster Club scholarships will be going to, but they're going to be presented next Tuesday night at the scholarship dinner that they're going to have down at the Low Fair.
I'm not Pat Debbie. She couldn't make it tonight as treasurer of the Booster Club. We're honored to bring the awards here. We have been giving these for years at our dinner, and it seemed appropriate that through your funding of membership, sports events, sports book, the Shack, that the money should show how it's being given away. We have 4 $500 scholarships that we're giving out tonight. It gives me pleasure to call up Brian Nagaki. Congratulations. Anthony Clementi. Bethany Carl. And Shannon West. Please.
Thank you, Mrs. Porzio. Next, we have Mrs. Bernice Samuelson, who's a member of the League of Women Voters, and she's going to present the League of Women Voters Scholarship. Mrs. Samuelson. Is she here? I guess she's not here. The next scholarship we have is going to be presented by 3 gentlemen. We're going to have Mr. Bozeski, Mr. Kosafi, and Mr. D'Elia, and they're presenting the Our Lady of Mount Carmel scholarships.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. As graduates of Governor Livingston, we are pleased to be here. The Our Lady of Mount Carmel Society has been a tradition in Berkeley Heights since 1909. As a way for many of the Italian Catholics to honor the Blessed Mother for guiding them through the difficult times in life. Our procession is still active today, with many of us, 3rd and 4th generation, involved to continue our tradition. On July 16th, we'll celebrate our 89th year. We have enjoyed our community involvement and are most pleased to be able to participate in the scholarship program at Governor Livingston with hopes of increasing the awards over time. Our first student is a person who has a strong interest in math and science with plans to major in biochemistry, engineering, and computer science. An active member of cross country and the track team, the environmental club, Italian club, Trend, and Boy Scouts, and you've also seen him at the Grand Union as he handled those hectic checkout lines of the cashier with diligence and good humor. May we present Chris Pilla, a scholarship for $250. Our second student is also a strong science student who plans to attend Rutgers Cook College, majoring in veterinary medicine. During your walks in the reservation, you may have seen her and passed her while she was riding the many trails on horseback, or experienced her compassion and concern as you brought your pet to the Summit Animal Hospital. May I present Lori Flora, $250 scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Our next presenter is Mrs. Richter, and she's going to present the Andrew J. Richter Memorial Scholarship.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Parents and honored seniors, I'm going to take a little bit longer tonight and still try to be short because you people have a very long night. I think sitting there I had to add something. I would have to agree with Mrs. Wood that you really never know when Governor Livingston is going to actually make an impact on your life. My son Jay is out of college for a year working for an enterprise car rental, and he is thinking about going to graduate school. But what I think the faculty would be pleased to know is that Greg, who, unlike most of these students, was a C to probably below C student. And although he has participated for 3 years in soccer at college, he's presently studying in London this summer and has been on the dean's list the last 2 semesters. I think Governor Livingston and its faculty should take a bow for that. And some of them are probably wondering how he did it. So am I. As many of you know, this would have been Andrew's graduating class. He'll be dead 8 years next Tuesday. You, like my family, may wonder, why do I do this presentation? This presentation represents the spirit of Andrew's existence, what he meant to others and how they reached out to us. And I realized I needed to be a part of that. One of Andrew's friends wrote this right after he died. If your day was going bad and then you saw Andrew, your day got a lot better. He was funny and smart. He made people laugh. Andrew did more in his 10 years than some people do in a lifetime. This is a poem that I read to some of these students when they were in the 4th grade, just right after Andrew died on his 10th birthday. I'm going to read it again to them. A smile is something nice to see. It doesn't cost a cent. A smile is something all your own. It never can be spent. A smile is welcome anywhere. It does away with frowns. A smile is good for everyone to ease life's ups and downs. Please smile in Andrew's memory, and remember, he will always be watching all of you, and you will never be alone. The Andrew James Richter plaque reads, Andrew was small in stature, big of heart, loving and kind, with an infectious smile. He was a happy-go-lucky team player whose determined attitude rubbed off on his teammates. He had desire, character, and confidence. Andrew always gave that extra push to succeed. Sports gave him pride and self-esteem. The enhancement of these qualities is the real purpose of athletics, and this award is presented to those Governor Livingston athletes who possess those qualities. Andrew wrote this about himself. Hardworking might describe me, but I like to fool around. I like getting medals and trophies. Tonight, we will be ending the Andrew James Richter scholarships. We will have given out in the past 8 years close to $39,000 between here and Columbia Junior High. A contribution was made this year to project graduation in the names of the entire class, and we certainly hope that you have a wonderful evening, and we wish you all the best of luck in the future. We are giving out 7 scholarships tonight, the second time in honor of the number 7 that my sons have always worn while playing soccer. And all of these people were friends of Andrew's, and I know Andrew helped me in this year's selection, and each in their own small way has helped me live with Andrew's death. As I read their names, I'd like them to remain standing Mrs. Porzio is going to take a picture of the 7 recipients at the very end. This year's winners are Sarah DiOrio, Vicki Guida, Danny Hewitt Guyton, Bethany Carl, Ryan Kyle, you may have to make 2 lines. I don't think my camera's going to eventually fit this. Adam Larson, and Brian Nagaki. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Richter. Our next presenter is Dr. Levin Hannigan, who happens to be the former superintendent of Mountainside, and he's also the husband of our own Mrs. Hannigan, who's one of our teachers here. And he's going to present the he's going to present the Westfield Hearing Society Scholarship.
I am here solely as a representative of the Westfield Hearing Society, and my specific responsibility is presenting to you the recipient of our 8th $1,000 college scholarship. And all 7 of the winners before you are being continued. Now, at this time, we have an exceptionally well-qualified recipient for the award this year. We'd like to call Miss Lauren Amakuchi forward.
Thank you, Dr. Hannigan. Our next presenter is our own Miss Monica Butler. She's the teacher leader of the Hearing Impaired program, and she's going to present the Junior National Association of the Deaf Scholarship.
Governor Livingston educates 32 deaf and hard of hearing students who come to us from 27 communities and 10 different counties. The Junior National Association of the Deaf is a leadership training organization for the deaf and hard of hearing students. Because of her academic excellence and positive leadership skills, Lauren Amakuchi was presented with a $500 scholarship from the Governor Livingston Junior NAD. The Deaf and Hard of Hearing program would also like to give Lauren this gift of stationery so she can keep in touch with us from Wichita State University. Lauren?
Thank you, Ms. Butler. I am privileged to make the next few presentations, and the first of these is for the Mountainside Lions Club. And this scholarship is going to a young lady who is well respected by her peers and teachers. She's established herself within this community for her creativity, her strength of character, and her athletic ability. This student has taken on a highly competitive college preparatory program, and which has been complemented by many honor-level courses. What is impressive about this young lady is her scope of talent and the level of commitment to the activities in which she is involved. On the field, this young lady has 2 sports, and she's a varsity athlete, and she has demonstrated her individual skill and effectiveness as a team player. Her creative and artistic ability has earned her recognition with the National Art Honor Society. Interested in her school and community, she has given her time to a variety of service-related clubs. She's a Girl Scout since elementary school, and she remains committed to this organization. And she's also a young woman who is deeply rooted in her faith, and she is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Though she's undecided in regard to a specific career, her interests currently lean towards the business and marketing. And at this time, I'd like to present this scholarship to Christine DeCastro. Christine? The next scholarship I'm going to present is the Berkeley Heights Area Council of the PTA. And the criteria for this is for a student who is well-rounded and involved in a variety of activities around the school. It's someone who has demonstrated a positive attitude and works hard to achieve success, and someone whose presence at Governor Livingston has contributed to promoting and enhancing a positive image of the Berkeley Heights Public Schools, and this scholarship is going to Mr. Adam Pearl. The next scholarship is the Joan Hogue Memorial Award. Ms. Hogue was a biology teacher at Governor Livingston for over 20 years. She died of cancer in 1990, and the students, faculties, and friends of Ms. Hogue created a fund for an award. Joan had a tremendous love for nature and the environment. This award goes to a senior who, in the opinion of the faculty, has similar respect for the love of nature and the environment. And this award is going to Matthew Gibson. Matt is also an athlete and avid soccer player. I've seen him on the field. The second recipient of the Joan Hogue Memorial Award goes to Kaori Harano. Kaori is currently the president of the Environmental Club. And she's also a basketball player. The next scholarship is the Governor Livingston Faculty Scholarship. And this is going to a student that will be attending Cornell University, has been a member of the marching band. She plays the mellophone. She's been one of our welcoming committee members both her junior and senior year. She is in the Environmental Club. She's been in the National Honor Society and also volunteered to be a National Honor Society tutor. She participated in the Science Olympiad. She placed first in team and individual competitions, and she's participated in some of our drama and musical performances. And this goes to Catherine Porch. Our second faculty scholarship goes to a young man who's a highly motivated student. He's maintained a solid, high academic average and in a college prep curriculum, which included many advanced placement courses. He is well respected by both faculty and students. He is a caring, sensitive, and friendly individual. He is a member of the cross-country team, the wrestling team, the National Honor Society, the Student Outreach, and the Welcoming Committee. He participated with the Math League, and he's a member of the Student Auxiliary. And he's also received the National Merit Letter of Commendation. And next year he will attend the New Jersey Institute of Technology for Architect. And this goes to Benjamin Backus. The next award is the Principal's Leadership Award, and this is a certificate of merit, and this is going to be awarded to Lauren Gaffney. The next award is the Prudential Spirit of Community Award, and this is going to a young man who has been highly devoted to his family and his brother, Mr. Daniel Lalis. The next award is also from the Prudential Spirit of Community, and this is a Certificate of Achievement to Amy Chen. I also have the Tandy Scholars. The Tandy Scholars are awards that are given to students that are in the top 2%. And they've excelled in the areas of science, mathematics, and computer science. Our first recipient is Bethany Carl. Nina Kadar. Joni Rabiner. Jeff Smith. And last but not least, Michael Vogel. Our next presenter is a person that's been around here a long time, even longer than I have, and that's hard to believe. And that's Miss Gail Schaffer.
First of all, I'd like to tell you what an honor it is to have a scholarship in my name. I want to thank the Rotary Club. Having lived in Berkeley Heights my whole life, I know some of the people from Berkeley Heights who have scholarships that are named after them, and there aren't any finer people, and it's a great honor to be in their company. Today, I would like to give several awards, some of them in the forms of scholarships and some in books. The first award that I would like to present today is the Lois Jenner Memorial Award For those of you who do not know, Lois Jenner was our librarian here for many years. An award is given in her name until the year 2012. This means the award is for 16 years, the number of years that Lois served as librarian in the school. The award is to be given to somebody who's an avid reader, who reads not just for the classroom, but for pleasure, somebody who explores because of their reading. And today, we would like to award that award to Victoria Russell. This award is a $250 gift certificate to Barnes & Noble so that she can do lots of reading this summer. I want you to know that she is not only an avid reader and a great student, but she's also a tremendous volunteer. She volunteers as a candy striper, and she is a worker in a soup kitchen, and certainly somebody who Lois would love to have the award. Thank you. The next is a scholarship in memory of Jonathan Gross, the Jonathan Gross Memorial Scholarship. Jonathan died in England while attending Oxford University. He was killed in a mountain climbing accident trying to save a friend. We remember him as a doer, a person of high vitality and energy, and filled with self-confidence that comes from being involved. Here at GL, he was active in many sports, among them wrestling and soccer. He served as sports editor of the paper and was known as a person who loved the outdoors, particularly the mountains. Jonathan's family seeks to honor his memory by awarding this scholarship to a student who demonstrates those qualities exemplified by John while at Governor Livingston: high academic standards, concern for one's fellow man, and a commitment to the well-being of the total school community. This award is valued at $750, and I know that John would be very happy to know that Jason Grunberg, editor of the yearbook and newspaper, won this award. The next scholarship that I would like to present is the Costal Scholarship. Mr. Costal was a member of the Board of Education to the school for quite a few years. He also had sons who went through the school who had a very successful experience. The Costal family presents a scholarship each year in his name. This year, I would like to present the scholarship to a young lady who's bright, articulate, and when asked to her teachers about her, she said her work ethic is tremendous. She also has a family tradition of coming from a family with girls who are very involved academically and in sports. And I'm proud to present this to Joni Rabiner. The next award is the Mount Holyoke Club, comes from the Mount Holyoke Club of New Jersey. And I would like to present a book. It is presented out annually by Mount Holyoke College. It is to be given to a person of excellent academic record and who has exhibited qualities of leadership and service in the community. Today, I'm proud to present that to Heather Kantorek. Heather, would you come forward? Heather is not with us. I would like to try to present another award. This is for also a book, and it's presented by the Smith College Club of Watchung Hills. And this is presented to a junior girl who exemplifies the academic achievement, leadership qualities, and concern for others that characterize the thousands of women who have graduated from Smith College. At this time, I would like to present this award to Stephanie, 'Stephanie' 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 I don't know Stephanie, and so I asked around and said, what can you tell me about her? And the first thing that they said is, she's short, so you'll like to give her the award. But also an excellent student and very vivacious. The final award that I'm giving tonight in this section is the Fairfield University Book Award. Fairfield University presents this to a person whose class rank is in the top 10th of their junior class. They're actively involved in school and community activities. They possess leadership qualities coupled with a sense of concern and responsibility for others. Also, I heard that this also goes to a pitcher for the baseball team with the most wins, and that is Mr. Phillips. I'd also like to tell you that Robert comes from a long line of Governor Livingston alumni, and it is his mother and father who were both very, very fine students here.
Ms. Schaffer just reminded me that I was supposed to get a box or something for her to stand on. It was a discussion we had at dinner tonight. So, our next presenter is Mr. Cliff Lordahan, and he will be presenting the Union County School Counselors Association Award and the Union County Administrators Special Ed Award.
Each year, the Union County School Counselors Association has a competition for a scholarship that's open to every high school in Union County. The scholarship is based on academic achievement, but more importantly on caring and service to school, community, and family. This year's top winner was someone from Elizabeth High School, but we're very proud to have the runner-up and an honorable mention award to an outstanding individual from Governor Livingston who has good academic achievement, has demonstrated caring, and has performed extraordinary service to his school, his community, and his family. And it gives me great pleasure to award to one of my counselees a certificate and a check to Jamie Bolero. Jamie will be attending Montclair State University. I've also been asked to present a scholarship on behalf of the Union County Administrators of Special Education. And it gives me great pleasure to inform you that this year's winner for the scholarship, which is based on scholarship, merit, and the personal qualities that make for success after high school, will go to Sally Unchester.
Thank you, Mr. Lordahan. Our next presenter will be Mrs. Hamfeld and Ms. Logan. They are the senior class advisors. They will be presenting the senior class scholarships and the senior class service awards.
Here we are. By tradition, the senior class awards 2 scholarships to the young man and the young woman who have contributed the most to the class. It was a difficult decision with so many outstanding seniors. Will Bethany Carl and Jason Grunberg please come forward? The class of '98 is pleased to present each of you a scholarship for your contributions to the class over the past 4 years. You did whatever was needed, from running bagel sales, organizing hall decorating and the prom, to our class trip to Virginia this weekend. Your leadership and enthusiasm has been electric. Please take these scholarships as a small thank you from the class for your tireless efforts. Bethany?
I'm really a one-year class advisor replacing Mrs. Ellen Lawson, who had been the class advisor over the freshman, sophomore, and junior years and selected to go to another school because the class of '98, having had many of them as juniors, was a very special class to me. And because Mrs. Hamfeld is a very special longtime friend, I agreed to become the senior year class advisor. I am here to present the awards to the class officers, and my introduction to that award is a simple 2-line couplet. 3 cheers for the class of '98. Its officers are really great. I would like the officers to come forward. Bethany Carl, President; P.J. Jones, Vice President; Kaori Hirano, Secretary; and Laura Wilkin, Treasurer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Logan and Mrs. Hamfeld. Our next presenter is Ms. Padden, who is the National Honor Society Advisor. She will be handing out the outstanding members of the National Honor Society Awards.
Good evening. I have had the pleasure of being the National Honor Society Advisor for the last 2 or 3 years, and I would like the triumvirate that leads the National Honor Society to come forward: Bethany Carl, Robin Heller, and Ryan Glenn. And also Joni Rabiner, who has headed up this year our tutoring program, which has been very successful, and I'd like to have her come up too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Padden. I have the privilege of presenting the next awards. And the first award I'm going to present is to a young lady who's a junior. And she's an outstanding young lady that has been recognized for her writing ability. I had the privilege of going down to Trenton last Wednesday as she was presented an award by the Governor's Committee on Excellence. And this young lady has written a play that this Friday will be presented at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark. That's Allison Kelman. Allison? The next award is for the Mother Teresa Humanitarian Award. We have a young man that's in our senior class who came to us only in September as a senior, who spent 10 days in Calcutta helping Mother Teresa. And he was with her just prior to her death. And he was written up in the Star Ledger. There was a big article on him last October 2nd. And it was actually a photograph of him with Mother Teresa. And he has done so much work there, and it explains in the article just how outstanding this young man really is. And that's Sawmill Mehta. Okay, he's not here. We're going to now present the President's Awards for Academic Excellence. As you can see, we have a lot of them. And to qualify for these awards, you have to be in the top 20% if we had done rankings. So what we have done is, through the guidance office, is that we submit the students with their academic averages. And although we don't rank, we have found that not ranking has truly helped our students, especially in the area of being accepted into the colleges of their first choice. So let me start to present these, and I think we pretty much have them in alphabetical order. Benjamin Backus. Karen Berkowitz. Timothy Biesecker. Vincent Bellecci. He told me he had a lot of homework, so I don't think he was going to be here tonight. Okay. Amy Chen. Evelyn Chang. Incidentally, these have been signed by Bill Clinton and me. Jennifer DeAngelis. Leah Feldman. Lori Flora. Lauren Gaffney. Matthew Gibson. Ryan Glenn. Anne-Marie Grillo. Robin Heller. Rebecca Hitchcock. Lisa Inderweiss. I guess Lisa's not here. Bethany Carl. Nina Kadar. Stephen Lai. Daniel Lallis. Tanya Lee. Mary Ann McDonald. Carson Ng. Melanie Onching. Gregory Peng. Christopher Pillar. Catherine Porch. Joni Rabiner. Kristen Rizzuti. Kirsten. Kristen Rizzuti. Alak Sayeth. Josephine Scasso. Jeff Smith. Allison Stiefel. Wesley Tom. Michael Vogel. Taisha Wallace. Shannon West. The next awards are the President's Awards for Educational Improvement. These are for students that have improved academically over their 4 years here at Governor Livingston. The first goes to Lauren Amaguchi. Daniqua Amos. Christopher Biesecker. That was his twin brother. Amanda Colbreth. Louis DeRomo. Victoria Guida. Forrest Love. Diane Rich. Sally Unchester. The next awards I'm going to make are for the Blaustein Scholars. And in order for a person to receive one of these awards, they must have scored over 1,260 points combined on their SATs, which is quite an accomplishment. And if we had ranking, they would have to be in the top 10% of their graduating class. The first of these goes to Benjamin Backus. Amy Chen. Lori Flora. Ryan Glenn. Rebecca Hitchcock. Nina Kadar. Melanie Unchin. Gregory Peng. Christopher Pillar. Catherine Porch. Joni Rabiner. Kristen Rizzuti. She gave me another chance. And we said Alok isn't here, correct? Alok, I'm sorry, Alok. These kids were never bad. I never had them in my office. It's tough. Jeffrey Smith. Wesley Tom. And Shannon West. Those are our Blaustein Scholars for the class of 1998. Our next presenter is Mrs. O'Grady, and I don't know if Mrs. Tonto is Mrs. Tonto here? No, okay, Mrs. O'Grady, and she's going to present the Student Council Awards.
On behalf of the Student Council, we want to thank our officers for all their hard work in leadership for so many activities all year long. You did a fabulous job. We have Shannon West, President. Vice President, Brian Ogaki. Recording Secretary, Anne Marie Grillo. Treasurer, Thaisa Wellhash. And our corresponding secretary, Robin Heller.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Grady. Our next presenters are Mrs. Doles and Ms. Howell, and they are the advisors to the Student Outreach, which is the awards they will be presenting.
Lower this, excuse me. Good evening. Student Outreach is an organization that was founded 9 years ago by Mrs. Sandra Doles and Miss Monica Butler. And since its inception, Student Outreach has always had the goal of trying to help freshmen adapt to high school experience. And that whole job begins when they're actually in 8th grade and continues throughout the entire freshman year. We have an organization of 50 members that are juniors and seniors who are very hard-working young men and women. They work behind the scenes very quietly, very diligently. There aren't many accolades thrown their way throughout the course of the year, but we, Mrs. Doles and I know the administration, are very grateful for the help that they give in trying to make the organization work. We have 50 members. Unfortunately, we can't recognize all of them this evening. But we do want you to help us recognize our 16 leaders. These young people, young men and women, and they are that now, represent some of the finest human beings that I've ever had the chance of working with, and they represent some of the outstanding things that Governor Livingston is all about. So please help us to welcome them in no particular order. Michael Britt, Lauren Gaffney, Melanie Unshin, Amy Hansen, Ryan Glenn, Ryan Kyle, she's got the good job. She gets to kiss all the guys. Wesley Tom. Danielle Torrio. Brian Nagaki. Becky Hitchcock. Vicki Guida. Bethany Carl. Larry Corwin. Laurie Flora. Danny Lallis. Ian Santee. Oh, we found Danielle Torrio. Please give them a big round of applause. They had a busy day today.
Thank you, Ms. Howell and Mrs. Doles. And she's totally correct. The student outreach today sponsored our Buddy Day, which means that the 8th graders from Columbia and Deerfield came to the high school and they gave them tours of the building and some insight into what high school life is all about in preparation for next year. So yes, they were very busy. Our next presenter is Mr. Tom Giowino. He's a social studies teacher here at Governor Livingston. The presentation he will make is the National Current Events Award. Tom.
Good evening. Congratulations to all award winners this evening. Titanic, Social Security, the Pope, Microsoft, North Korea, the University of Michigan, the University of Kentucky, Monica, Ken Starr, the President. These are a few of the topics that appeared on a series of 4 tests for the National Current Events League contest. Because of the large number of students, Governor Livingston competed with 2 teams this year. To prepare for the contest, we read and discussed weekly copies of Newsweek, prepared collages, discussed topics, took sample tests, and prepared our own sample questions. The results of our efforts was that Team 1 placed first in the country and Team 2 placed second, with Team 2 winning by 1 point. Thank you. The members of Team 1 were Udi Adar, Anthony Clemente, Kristen Cesar, Jim Debbie, Kaori Hirano, Allison Kennedy, Joni Rabina, Diane Rich, Varun Sharma, and Rick Weber. The members of Team 2 were Mike Borsalina, Lisa Inderweiss, Chester King, Jonathan Kolsar, Chris LeComte, Irene Ledgick, Tara Orlando, Diane Powers, Sabrina Ravapinto, and Danielle Torrio. With the following people, please come up and accept certificates. Anthony Clemente, Anthony Clemente? He was here. Kristen Cesar. She's also not here, pardon me. Kaori Hirano. Allison Kennedy. Joni Rabiner. Diane Rich. Varun Sharma. And Danielle Torrio. Okay, in addition to our team effort, Varun Sharma and Kristen Cesar, Kristen is not here this evening, they tied for first place in the nation, and they will receive medals. Diane Rich placed second nationally, and she placed second by virtue of 1 point. All right, in addition to the medals and whatever, the school is getting a first place certificate, which is, has all the students' names on it. It's going to be framed and hung in the IMC, along with the second place certificate. Congratulations to all Global Issues students who participated all year long. They are a credit to their parents, school, and community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Giuino. Our next presenter is Miss Marianne Ketza, and she's one of our supervisors of many departments. She's going to present the Business Awards.
It's my pleasure this evening to fill in for Joe Hubert. He had a match and he didn't think he would be able to get here on time. It's my pleasure this evening to announce and present the Business Department Awards. These students have shown excellence, exceptional ability, and knowledge in the following business areas. For word processing, we had a tie, Lindsay Kroll and Diana Stratus. Since I'm not their teacher, it was a surprise to me. Diana's not here. For accounting, Melanie Unction. Melanie was familiar. I saw her come up here many times. For entrepreneurship, Adam Pearl. I do know Adam. For business law, Vincent Bilecki. For business management, Amanda Colbeth. I'd just like to say, and I know it's in the program, but we did have, for the junior achievement, and they will be receiving their awards separately. They're getting a trophy and a silver bowl, but we were #1. We were the first place team in the Junior Achievement Strategy Bowl in Union County, and our team, James Debbie, Nicolette Macarillas, Brian Shaw and Richard Weber are to be congratulated for that honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ketza. Our next presenter is Ms. Schaffer, and this time she's presenting as the yearbook advisor, the editor and Claymore Awards.
I'd like to call up 3 different groups of students. Again, not in any particular order. Diane Spagnola, Ozzy Ghaffari, Karina Levitian, Jamie Pago, Eric Goldstein, Taisha Wilhouse. Would they come forward, please? I would like to tell you that all of these people we used because we needed lots and lots of people to put out 356 pages of a yearbook. These people worked long hours. They were here till 9, 10 o'clock. They were here Saturdays, and I thank them. First, Ozzy. If you want somebody who's well organized, it's Ozzy. Karina was our business manager, and for most of the year, she opened our snack program after school, which we usually make quite a bit of money for, and Karina, thank you for all those afternoons. Taisha, this is sort of a family thing. Her sister was an editor 2 or 3 years ago, and so she's followed in the family tradition. I'm just making sure they're here. Jamie Pago was responsible for much of our senior section of the yearbook. If you need a great proofreader, Diane is your person. If you're thirsty after school, come on down and see Eric. He's manning our snack program after school now. You'll see him there dispensing soda and candy every day. He's only a freshman, and it's very unusual for a freshman to receive a yearbook award like this, so we're looking forward to 3 more years of Eric's help. Now I'd like Adam Larson, Lauren Gaffney, Katie Oliver, Chrissy Souter, Mary Burback, and Amy Hansen to come forward. Amy Hansen was another senior yearbook editor. The only problem is we got to keep Amy healthy. She seems to be a little bit accident prone, and she hurts her knees, and so consequently we kept losing her for part of the season. But she was a great help when she was there, and she was there most of the time. We have 2 dynamic little sophomores. They are going to be much of our future in the yearbook. They do everything. They take pictures, they organize, they clean my room, they do all the kinds of things that are necessary. And we're certainly looking forward to 2 more years of Mary Burback and Chrissy Souter. I say they're little, I guess they're taller than I. Okay, the next person is Katie Oliver. One of our big days in yearbook was the day that Katie Oliver got her acceptance to college. We all celebrated that day right in the middle of our deadline. Adam Larson was sort of like a walk-on in basketball. Somebody walks on, or for football. Adam Larson was a walk-on for the yearbook, and what a great job he did. He stayed with us the whole year and made a tremendous contribution. Thanks, Adam. And then we have this little ball of fire who zooms in, and then she zooms out, and then she zooms in, but always working, and that's Lauren Gaffney. I'm not sure how many of you have had the opportunity to be yearbook advisors, but it's a tremendous joy because people who are editors-in-chief go on to bigger and better things. Those of you who may not know it, but the person running for the township committee that won in the primary last night was David Cohen. David Cohen was the 1984 editor of our yearbook. Maybe some of you realize a couple of years ago that we had Michelle Pisana as our yearbook editor. She is now the editor-in-chief of the Villanova yearbook. Also, Nicolette Eisenberg, who was our editor last year, she and her staff were honored by our yearbook company, and we have been named as one of the top 5% of the yearbooks in the country. The yearbook was so good last year that we have been published in that they have taken a page from our book that is published in a book which is sent to some 10,000 yearbooks across the country showing what great design there is. It's a joy to be a yearbook advisor because so many good things happen to the editors-in-chief. They are wonderful people, and they put their heart and soul and time and life into the Governor Livingston yearbook. Before I honor them, though, I want to honor someone else. We don't have an award for this person, but I want this person to have recognition, and that is Robin Heller. Robin Heller designed the 1998 yearbook cover. When you get the yearbook 2 weeks from now and you look at that dynamic cover, please think of Robin Heller. Robin, just stand up. And now I'd like to introduce you to the two people that made the 1998 yearbook possible. The first person I'd like to introduce you to is Allison Stiefel. Allison? You know how truly old I am when I can tell you that this is sort of a family thing because Allison's father was in my class. And so it was just natural that Allison should come in and work on the yearbook. This young lady is tremendous. Her organizational ability is outstanding. When a job needs to be done, she keeps at it until it's done. And she takes no nonsense from anybody, including me. Allison, you're a great editor, and I thank you, and the school should thank you for all you've done. The next person I'd like to introduce to you is Jason Grunberg. Now, if you can imagine that a person is editor-in-chief of the yearbook, editor of the newspaper, #1 in the tennis team, works at Gloria Jean's in his spare time, plays tennis at night, takes tennis lessons, plays tennis competitively all during the year, and in his spare time he edits the yearbook. An amazing, amazing young man. Jason has been with me for 4 years. I'm not sure I'll be able to deal with next year because I'm not going to have Jason with me. Any school that has Jason come and participate and be a student in their student body are extremely, extremely, should be extremely happy because this is an outstanding young man who can do it all. He can do everything. Jason Grunberg. I also want to acknowledge the fact that this year we had a yearbook assembly which was probably the best that's ever been produced in this school. And I want you to know that Allison Stiefel did it. She certainly rivaled anything that could be done on MTV or any place else. It was an absolutely magnificent production, and I want her to know that I certainly appreciate it. Thanks, Allison.
Thank you, Ms. Schaffer. Our next presenter is Ms. Susan Sample. She is the Literary Magazine Advisor and will be presenting those awards. Ms. Sample.
Good evening. I would like to recognize and thank the leaders of our literary magazine for, first of all, their warm welcome, as this is my first year at GL and not knowing too much about the literary magazine and how it worked, and also, more importantly, for their hard work, their dedication, and their leadership to our magazine. And they are Leah Feldman, Allison Kelman, and Emily Bissett.
Mr. Hubert and Mr. Festanti, two of our track coaches, just arrived. Actually, Mr. Hubert was supposed to be making the business awards, and Mrs. Ketza filled in for him. And the reason he wasn't here is because we have a student that had to go to, this was a statewide track meet. It was held in in South Plainfield. And Rob Campora, who was our high jumper, our pole vaulter, came in second in the state of New Jersey against all schools. Oh, is Rob here? With 14 feet, 6 inches. Oh, okay. Peter Vestani Jr. is his coach. He's also a shop teacher down at Columbia. So that's quite an accomplishment. 14 feet, 6 inches. Wow. Our next presenter is Miss Dory Logan, and she's our newspaper advisor. Dory.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Close to the turn of the century, American writer Robert Frost ended a poem entitled Reluctance with the following words: "Ah, when to the heart of man was it ever less than a treason to go with the drift of things, to yield with a grace to reason, and bow and accept the end of a love or a season." I was reminded of the poet's words as I prepared to stand before you tonight to honor the 1998 Senior Highlander staff. For the time has now come to bring an end to their season of after-school hours dedication and selfless hard work. The decision of 11 students at some point in the last 4 years to join the newspaper staff committed all of them to the dullest, most painstaking, exasperating, yet challenging and rewarding jobs. It's writing. Each worked individually and at the same time experienced a sense of collegial pride as the Highlander moved from planning sessions to printed pages. Tonight, the senior staff emerges from the cramped quarters of News Central on the ground floor of the building. They relinquish anonymous places before computer screens to stand in the bright light of this public forum for recognition. In alphabetical order, first names only, will you please come to the front of the stage? Amy. I have to do a last name, Cara Ruggiero. Carson, Chris, Danny. I don't think Enrico, is Enrico here? I don't think so, okay. Jason, we all know Jason. Joni. Larry is at work at the Grand Union. Ryan and Stephanie. it's hard to talk even in reduced numbers to 9 instead of 11. You are the driving force that has brought this year's school paper to life. You are a team I respect and commend. I am proud to be your advisor, and I am proud to present you with these small awards of the school's gratitude for the hard work you have put in without much public recognition. So this is very difficult because I'm not finished yet, but I need to give them their awards. Danny Lawless. Chris Pilla. Maybe you should, I don't know what to tell you about applauding because you started already. I was going to say hold it till the end. This is for Carson Eng. Joni Rabiner. Ryan Kyle. Stephanie Moorhead. Cara Ruggiero. And of course, there are 2 that are left. I could not let this occasion pass without singling out and paying particular tribute to the Highlander's 2 chief editors. One of them didn't want me to do this unless they were in a group. They are Amy Chen and Jason Grunberg. Four years ago, when I came to Governor Livingston, I was a freshman along with Jay and Amy. We grew together. We learned together. I as a teacher of journalism, Amy and Jay as skillful writers and responsible editors. Together, we have weathered 4 seasons of school news, deadline pressures, equipment breakdowns, and countless meals out of cartons, boxes, and every imaginable paper wrapping. We have laughed a lot and sometimes anguished over ethical issues or printing expenses. The years together have been special to me, and while it is hard to accept their end, I know I must yield with a grace to reason. But as Frost, long before me, knew, the end of anything or anyone one truly loves is difficult to accept. Jason and Amy, after 4 years of love, it is now the season to say a reluctant farewell to you as my students, as my young friends, my coworkers, and my sometimes secret sharers. To all of you, my English class understands how I work that in. To all of you whose integrity and tireless effort have given precise and thoughtful words to the voice of the student body of Governor Livingston, I extend both my congratulations, my appreciation for a job well done. I hope your new endeavors bring all of you continued success and love. Love to all of you guys. They're terrific.